Hi, this is Tom with Export File, and in this video I'm going to go through creating an invoice. So I'll start by creating a new shipment. I'll put an ETD date in, and I'll need a bill to party to send the invoice to, and press save. Now as you can see I have a new shipment. I'm going to go to Docs, then Accounting, and I'm going to select a charge. I'll select Ocean Freight, say basis of 1, rate of say 4,000, and I'll go ahead and add a documentation fee and say basis of 1 and $100. And now in this field here, I'm just going to type some notes about this and save. So now I've created an invoice for this shipment. Go ahead and close this and go to the actual invoice document that you would send to someone, and that's invoice customer here. Now I need to select which invoice I want. This shipment only has one invoice. Go ahead and select it. And here it is. So it's put up the charges that I entered into the accounting section. Also, I want to point out that the show line item notes, I can click this and it shows or hides those notes there. And then I could print this. And here's letting me know that printing it will finalize it. Then I can't change it after it's finalized. I'll go ahead and click OK. It's OK if this one's finalized. And there it is. There's an invoice document. I could save it as a PDF file and send it to someone. So that's really the basics of creating an invoice in the program. And now I'm going to go back to the accounting screen and show you a few features which will hopefully make creating invoices a little easier. I'm back here in the accounting screen. So this invoice has been finalized, and now let's imagine I need to revise this invoice. Now it's been finalized and I can't change it. So the thing to do is to make a credit memo for the exact same amount and then make a new invoice with the changes. So we make creating a credit memo really easy. You just come here and click reverse receivables. And there you can see they've all been made negative. I'm going to press save. And now I've created a new invoice. And it's a credit memo exactly canceling out the first invoice. So I'll go ahead and print this to finalize it. And now that one's been finalized. And now in this one, now I need to create a new invoice. It's pretty much the same as this one. It's just $100 less on this 4,000 fee. Now I could just type it in again. Could just click new invoice here and type it in again. But what's really easy is to just make a reverse of the credit memo. So I'll just do that again, reverse the credit memo. And now I have something that exactly matches the first invoice, except this is not finalized. I can change the number there to 3,900, save that. And there it is. So now I have a new invoice and a credit memo that cancels out the first invoice. So we put this reverse system in, so it's really easy to revise invoices. I would also like to show you what's probably the easiest way to create an invoice and export file, and that's to just copy it. Let's say you have a repeated shipment over and over, and you can copy it. You can also copy the invoices with it. So if you go to Tools, then copy this shipment. So you have some choices on what you do and do not want to copy. And you can just select Copy Accounting and Invoicing. I'll go ahead and copy this. Now I'm here in the new shipment. And now when I go to the accounting, here they are, all of the same invoices. The other feature I'd like to show you is importing the charges from a quote. So really quickly, I'm just going to clear the screen here and go to Docs. Then near the top, I'll go to Quote. And I'm going to create a new quote here. We'll make it for ABC Company. And I'm just going to type in some charges here. Say a 40 standard container, and we'll quote the rate for that as, we'll say it's 4,000 again. Now, add a documentation fee onto this quote and say it's the same amount, it's $100. And I'm just going to add one more here called special fee, just to show you how the system's going to handle this. We'll say that's $75. So I'll press save here. Now I have this quote number, and now I'll transfer it to the shipment screen. And here it is. As you can see here in the top center, it's attached to a quote number, 10341, the one I just created. I'll go ahead and put an ETD date in here and bill to party. And I'm also going to go ahead and add some containers to this. I'm going to click the Add Cargo button, and I'd like to add 4 containers to this. So I could click the 40 standard button. I could just click this 4 times, but it's a little easier if I just go here and change this to 4 and then click 40 standard. And there it is. It's added 4 40 standard containers. Go ahead and save this. Now I'll go into accounting. Since I'm in a shipment that's attached to a quote, I now have this import from quote button. So I'll go ahead and click this. And here, as you can see, it's looked at the quote and it's looked at the actual shipment, and it's tried to put together the charges I might want. So it got the 4,000 rate out of the quote, and it got that there are 4 of them from the main screen. It got the documentation fee from the quote. And then this last one, the special fee, right there, it can't find a matching charge for this, so by default, it's just set it to not be imported into the actual invoice. But if I wanted to, I could change this to a fee of some kind. I'm actually not going to import that one. So I will then click the Add These Charges, and there they are. And those are the basics of creating an invoice in export file.